grocery prices are getting out of control, and I want to kind of talk about it a little bit. Donald Trump was elected under this pretense that he is somehow interested in or capable of lowering the price of groceries without directly attacking the companies, which is necessary and vital. And so we were just kind of gonna get cheaper groceries for no specific reason. Although she said it a couple times during her run, Kamala Harris should have pushed more on the idea of anti-price gouging. A lot of the prior price increases from post-COVID came from. But now we're in a situation where Trump has enacted a whole bunch of tariffs across multiple countries, and I'm not sure if they're in effect right now or if they're threatening to be in effect. But the cause of this kind of stuff is it has producers and manufacturers raising their prices in anticipation of stuff, right? So groceries have not gotten cheaper. Just let's rip off the Band-Aid right now. They have not gotten cheaper. The only thing I know of that has gotten cheaper since the election of Donald Trump is eggs. And a lot of that was tied into a bird flu epidemic that was killing chickens. And that kind of stuff just gradually tapers off over time. And so eggs were naturally going to drop anyway. And now we're seeing the level rise on everything. Starting from the bottom, level's going to rise on everything. And it's going to affect the poorest people first. And I have like the most clear-cut proof that this shit is crazy. Like, it is growing at an exponential rate, and things can't keep on like this without like some major backlash from low information voters who are particularly interested in their day-to-day finances, especially groceries. I mean, groceries have in general increased at least 20% for a whole order. That's me guessing. I could probably go through and create a false order of the same items and compare it to an old order from earlier this year. But instead, I decided to go with one specific product, and that is my coffee. Coffee is sort of an international product. We don't grow it in America, so it's usually shipped here whole bean, and it's roasted and grinded here, sold to different manufacturers like Ubon, for example, is what I drink, and it has coffee beans from several different countries. And this Ubon coffee, if you look right here at the Walmart app, which I know I'm trying to use Walmart less. I promise I only got my coffee from them this month, but usually beforehand I was getting all of my groceries from them, and now I don't do that anymore. So if we compare an order of my coffee that I did in January with an order of my coffee that I did this month, we can get a percentage of how much my coffee alone has spiked. So this is February. I didn't buy coffee in January. But on February 4th, 2025, I bought a 27.9 ounce container of Ubon coffee I bought it for $9.98. If you compare that with this month, I bought that same container of coffee for $14.96. So if we take a calculator, if we divide 9.98 from 14.96, we get 1.4989 repeating. And that is it's 49.899. So it's 50%, a 50% increase in half a year, a little over half a year, in 9 months. in 8 months. That is a 50% increase in the cost of coffee. That's just one product, but I think it really, like, it's pretty unbelievable if you still are claiming that you were ever concerned about groceries or that Trump is bringing groceries down. It's just laughably false at this point. And you really need to get a grip on reality and stop worshiping these people, because they don't care about us. They don't care about the poor, lower middle class people who are concerned about groceries. And honestly, anybody above lower middle class that's complaining about groceries, they're fucking lying. They make plenty of money to buy fucking groceries every month. Why is it poor people who are always being critiqued for having poor financial management, yet for some reason we can get by spending the same amount of money on groceries every month as someone in the middle class, which represents a higher percentage of our wages than it does for them? If I make $3,000 a month, it's literally 30%, 15% of my wages are going to groceries. Minimum. Poor people really got to check out of this. Stop supporting Trump and the Republicans.